It's time for the bridge, and we've got you covered. We're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day at one of our favorite locations, Dunkin' Donuts. So get ready. The bridge starts now. Well, hello everybody and welcome to The Bridge. I'm WSAV's Natalie Hendricks, and as you know, we've taken The Bridge from the studio to the streets, and I'm so happy about that because I get to be in one of my favorite places today as we gear up for St. Patty's Day. I'm in one of the newest locations of Dunkin' Donuts, located right here in Savannah on Durin West. Of course, Dunkin' Donuts is one of our wonderful sponsors for WSAV's St. Patrick's Day parade coverage, and believe me, the great thing is when you walk into Dunkin' Donuts these days, it's more than just donuts. I love Dunkin' Donuts, and it really continues to get bigger and better. And to find out all about that, I'm so happy to have with me Casey McCabe, who is the Director of Operations. Casey, hey, it's great to see you.
Good to see you.
Well, so a lot of things going on at Dunkin' Donuts. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. We have our new Girl Scout cookie-inspired flavors that we just brought out this month. We actually had the big reveal in Pooler recently, and the whole nation got to find out from our store here in Pooler.
Oh, I love it. Now, how many Dunkin' Donuts do we have in this area now?
We have 5 in the greater Savannah area and 4 in the Hilton Head area.
So that's 9.
9 total, yeah.
So 9 Dunkin' Donuts. And it really continues to get bigger and better. So how has it changed over the years?
Well, you know, we've actually, we're more of a beverage-led business. We want to be on the go. We want to sell donuts and drinks to everybody.
You know, I love that you say that because right now, you know, it used to be all about, I think, maybe coffee or something like that. But I'm having my black tea, but you have chamomile tea, mint tea, green tea. You have the lattes, you have the coffees. Anything that you want, you can get right here at Dunkin' Donuts.
That's right, and we have plenty of flavors to go along with it.
So as I said, I'm drinking the black tea. I think you're drinking green tea. Let's talk about some of the other drink products that you have here.
Yeah, so the main thing that we rolled out this month was the Girl Scout cookie-inspired flavors. We've got peanut butter cookie, we've got coconut caramel, and we've also got everybody's favorite Thin Mint.
Ah, I love it. What's your favorite?
Mine is the peanut butter cookie.
Peanut butter cookie. And joining me right now is the manager of this location, of course, Dakota Slayton. Hi, Dakota. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Now, this is a beautiful Dunkin' Donuts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, let's talk about this location because I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous inside. What would you say really sets you guys apart from all the rest out there?
I would say it's our decor. We go hard, I guess you can say, in relations to our decorations. We like to involve the community. We like to show people that we're festive, not just the mundane of every other Dunkin' Donuts, but we like to go above and beyond.
So it's not all about just the donuts or just the food that you offer and the drinks that you offer. It's about being inviting to the entire community.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys go out of your way doing that, and I love that.
Yes, we do. It brings in a lot of guests. The guests come and they take pictures of our backdrops, things of that nature, and that makes me as well as our crew feel.
So no matter if it's an individual walking in the door or a family walking in the door, and I'm sure you've had groups walk in the door before.
Yes, sir.
What is it about Dunkin' Donuts that just makes it so special for all of those people who walk in the door here?
It's a place where you can come get breakfast as well as a sweet treat in the morning. It's not too often that kids get to eat breakfast as well as have dessert at the same time. So the parents take full advantage of it. If you haven't been to come and try something new, it's always good to try something, a change, I would say.
That's exactly right, because let me tell you, if you want the best donuts around, not only that, sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, the best beverages, it's to die for. Now, you know, I love the donuts here, and I've been eating them for a long time, and you know, while I'm here, I have to make some so that I can eat them, right?
Absolutely. I'll show you everything you need to know to be able to make them.
You think I can do it?
We'll see how it
Okay,
goes.
let's do it. Okay, you never know what's going to be on my plate. Today, it's all about Dunkin' Donuts. I've always wanted to learn how to make them. Okay, I'm with shift leader Raisha here. You've got me covered. We're gonna make some donuts.
Yes, well first you're gonna need your apron.
Okay,
and you're gonna need some gloves.
And I have my plate ready. So let's make some donuts. Okay, so Raisha, where do we start?
Okay, first we're gonna start by grabbing 2 donuts. So let's get these two, and then we have to fill them. We're gonna put one on each one,
Okay.
like that. Press this little button, and the filling's gonna come out. And pull it off just like that.
So it filled up.
Mhm.
You did
It sure
not
did.
make a mess.
Yep.
Does it automatically stop?
Automatically stop.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
Back over here.
So here we go.
Pull this wheel.
Okay, here we go. We press the button.
Yes, ma'am. And then
Okay, wait a minute. Did it work? Okay, wait a minute. Okay. I am no expert at this. Okay, here we go.
pull it away.
Oh, mine's coming through the.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that right? Oh, okay, that's. Okay, let's not show them that. Okay.
Get a little pinch full. Sprinkle it right on just like that.
Oh, see, yours is so neat. So you don't want it to clump. You
Yeah,
just
no.
want it to like that.
Right on just like that, yep.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's see. Oh, not too bad this time. Good.
Wow, that's always so much fun making donuts. Well, what's your favorite kind of donut? We'd love to hear from you. Send us a message. You'll find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can also email us at any time. That's on the bridge at wsav.com. You know, when it comes to St. Patrick's Day, well, a lot of people think it's known for a lot of green beer. But during that time, if you would prefer something with a little kick, well, why not try the half and half down at Kevin Barry's?
Beers are made with different gas. This is Guinness is a nitro generated beer. That's why when you pour it, it looks like the bubbles are falling instead of rising. Creates a draft in there. So it actually is rising in the middle, but since the nitrogen bubbles are so small, they don't find a home up top at first, and then they start doing like this, so it looks like they're cascading on the outside.
Looks pretty good. I may have to try one of those during St. Patrick's Day. Okay, don't go away. When WSAV's The Bridge continues, we'll sit down and talk with mystery author Alan Shapett. We talk about why he sets his stories right here in Savannah. That's when The Bridge comes back. Don't go away. You know, we love highlighting local authors on the bridge. And of course, if you love mysteries, you're going to love our next local author. He is Alan Shapett. Of course, he wrote Savannah Sleuth, and we're so happy to have him with us today. Hi, Alan. It's great to see you.
Nice to see you, Natalie.
So, Savannah Sleuth, I mean, this is your work, and you've been working on this a while.
Yes, quite a while I have, yes.
So let's talk about Savannah Sleuth. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, Savannah Sleuth is the story of Patricia Falcon, who starts off the book with her and 3 of her friends rescuing abused women. And her mother dies. Mom's money is missing. So is her accountant. And from that point, Patricia decides to look into her mother's murder.
Now, Alan, you are a local author, but you didn't start off writing. I mean, this is something that you've done later in your years.
Yeah, I started writing in retirement.
In retirement, and now it's become a full-time job.
It is a full-time job and one that I very much enjoy.
And of course, Savannah Sleuth is not the only book that you're working on right now.
No, actually, it's the first book in the series. The second book will be out the end of March. The third book will be out in October. The fourth book will be out next year.
So I love what's on the cover, Vigilantes for Justice. I love that. So how did you get the idea for Savannah Sleuth?
That's a very interesting question, and it involves a bit of a story. I actually have written my books backwards. I wrote the previous books before I wrote this book. And
Isn't that how we do so many things, though? Especially here in the South and here in Savannah?
So I wrote this book out of curiosity. I had actually written a book about Patricia's daughter, Haley, who's away at college. And I got wondering, well, what's Haley's mother like? And as a result, I said, well, Patricia is this, Patricia is that. And then I needed to figure out some sort of a crime. And what better crime than the death of your mother to look into, suspicious death of your mother to look into.
Right.
And from that point, one thing led to another.
So why mystery? And of course now we go a little further than that, because this is not just a mystery book. I mean, you call it a cozy mystery.
Yes.
So can you talk about that?
I always wondered why I would write suspense books or mystery books. And as I looked at that, I've always been intrigued with puzzles. As a child, I would make puzzles and create puzzles. When I decided what I wanted to do for a living, it was chemistry, but I wanted to go into the research side of chemistry, which is discovering things and looking into things. When I first started writing, I started writing romance. That didn't quite do it for me, so I decided to write romantic suspense. I liked the suspense part more than the romance part, and that led me into mysteries.
So, Alan, if someone is interested in finding Savannah Sleuth, what do they need to do? How can we find it?
Well, if you're interested in the paperback, which we have right here, you can order that online from Amazon or Barnes & Noble online. Or you can go to a Barnes & Noble store, Books A Million, and they can order it for you and bring it in. And if you happen to read ebooks, you can get a free copy of Savannah Sleuth in the electronic form at www.freesavannahnovel.com. If you like a mystery that you're not likely to figure out, and most of us who read mysteries prefer not to know the ending, virtually everyone who's read the book that I've talked to has not figured out who the bad person is.
I love that. I love it. And you know what, Alan, you have certainly intrigued me, and I will definitely be picking up my copy of Savannah Sleuth.
Well, thank you.
Thanks so much, Alan. It's always great to see you.
Bless you.
I love a good mystery novel. Savannah Sleuth, sounds good. And I also love Dunkin' Donuts, and we're still here at Dunkin' Donuts, located right here in Savannah on Durin West. Did you know they have 9 locations in Savannah and the Coastal Empire? And not only will you find delicious donuts, but you'll find wonderful beverages, the best coffees around, teas, all kinds of things. We want to say a big thank you to them because they're one of our wonderful sponsors for St. Patrick's Day parade, and we're looking forward to that. You know, all this talk about St. Patty's Day really has me thinking about the history behind the holiday. Well, it does have some surprising facts.
Millions of people around the world don their best green attire every March 17th to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. But there is a lot we bet you didn't know about Ireland's patron saint. To start with, St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. He was born around the 5th century in Britain, then part of the Roman Empire. At 16, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and spent 6 years in captivity. He converted to Christianity and later returned to Ireland to spend the rest of his life working as a Christian missionary. After Patrick died on March 17, 461, he was largely forgotten until mythology and legend grew, and centuries later he was honored as the patron saint of Ireland. According to one famous myth, Patrick drove all the snakes from Ireland. The story symbolized Patrick cleansing the island of paganism. There's just one problem. Ireland never had any snakes to begin with. The Emerald Isle is surrounded by water too frigid for snakes to migrate there, whether from Britain or anywhere else. According to another famous story, Patrick used the 3 leaves of the shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity. As a result, people in 18th century Ireland started wearing shamrocks on March 17th to signify their Irish Christian pride. That tradition later grew into wearing green clothing, a popular St. Patrick's Day custom today. Though shamrocks don't really exist, we know them as any one of several 3-leaf plants, such as wood sorrel or white and yellow clover. As important as St. Patrick is to Irish history, we bet you didn't know the tradition of celebrating March 17th with parades actually started in America. The parade tradition really took off after the Great Potato Famine hit Ireland in the 1840s, sending hundreds of thousands of Irish immigrants pouring into New York, Boston, and other American cities. The first record of a St. Patrick's Day parade in New York dates to 1762, when a group of Irish soldiers serving with the British marched a few blocks to a tavern in Lower Manhattan. Today, it's the largest and longest St. Patrick's Day parade, boasting close to 200,000 participants and nearly 3 million spectators each year. So this March 17th, we hope you'll be wearing green and toasting to some St. Patrick's Day history that we bet you didn't know.
So interesting and so delicious. I'm enjoying my thin mint coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. It's so delicious. You know, during this time of year, some people want their coffee to pack a punch, especially during the St. Patty's Day festivities. And since that's the case, well, we're going to head back down to Kevin Berry's for a lesson on Irish coffee.
We're going to throw about 1.5 ounces of Irish whiskey in there. Like I said earlier, this whiskey was created specifically for Irish coffees. We're going to throw a little brown sugar simple syrup in there just to sweeten it up. Some fresh made coffee. It was on the burner, I promise. And then we do our homemade whipped cream right here. We don't use any of that stuff from the store. And there you are. Pretty easy.
It looks delicious, and of course I'll probably have to try one of those as well. Okay, stay with us. Coming up next on The Bridge, making a St. Patty's Day centerpiece. Our favorite florist, John Davis, shows us how easy it is with things you probably already have around the house. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Bridge on WSAV. Of course, we're still here at beautiful Dunkin' Donuts, one of their newest locations located right here on Durin West. Now, we're gearing up for our St. Patrick's Day Parade coverage, and of course, Dunkin' Donuts is one of our wonderful sponsors. Well, as we get ready to wear the green, did you know a lot of nutritionists are saying that it's important to eat green as well? We should eat about 2.5 cups of vegetables a day. Green veggies pack the most nutritional punch of vitamins, nutrients, and fiber. And choose things like kale, broccoli, spinach, and peppers. And fresh is always best. Well, I will have to say, I always love eating my veggies. Well, someone who also has green on his mind, well, greenery that is our favorite florist, John Davis. He shows us how to make a simple and easy St. Patrick's Day centerpiece. Well, somebody here to help us get into even more of the Irish spirit is John Davis of John Davis Florist. Hey, John, how are you?
Good to see you.
It's so great to see you. And you're getting into the Irish spirit here, I can see.
This is a table arrangement for after the parade lunch.
So you're going to give us an idea here as a centerpiece.
Yes.
Okay, so what did you start with here?
Okay, this is an Irish hat that I have
So
cut.
like this one you can get from the dollar store or
Yes.
Party City or something.
And I just cut a hole in the top of it, and I have put it in a container.
Oh,
So we're having flowers in the top of it.
So you just cut the top open.
You just cut the top open,
and then you have that.
and then you have a plastic bowl that you sit down in there.
Oh wow, okay. And then you just pop that in there. Now
Pop
you're
that
just
in there.
You're feeding
Now I'm
it.
just putting some greenery in the oasis.
Does it matter what kind of greenery that you use?
No, doesn't matter at all. It's better if you use something that is in your yard, then you don't have to go buy something. Okay, and
Do I
then we're
just
going to
put
put
that right here?
hydrangeas
Is that
in
too
there.
big?
It's
Okay.
a good size.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So
Okay,
now you're grabbing hydrangeas.
white
Is that a good
hydrangeas.
flower this time of year to use?
It's a good flower this time of year. It's not grown in Savannah until May or June, but you can buy them at the market. You can buy them here. You can just get them. They're a reasonable price.
Now, are you cutting on that slant again, or
We're
does
cutting on the slant to go in the oasis because it's like a knife going in the oasis when you cut in a slant.
so it's easier to pop
it's easier
in there
to pop
and to
into
hold?
the oasis.
Okay, so we've got the hydrangeas
Okay,
going
and then
in.
everyone likes carnations that are green.
Oh, we see loads of green carnations during the parade, all the festivities leading up to that. And so you're going to grab the carnations and
These
you're
are
just
really, these are not dyed. These are naturally grown green carnations. Years ago they
Are you
had
serious? I didn't
years
know you
ago they had white carnations that they would dye them green. Now they make them. They've like the
you can
horticulturists have
actually,
like
they've learned how to do it green.
yeah, they graft it. It's green.
So those are Irish carnations.
They're
I like
Irish
that.
carnations.
How about that?
Okay, and these are called bells of Ireland.
Bells of Ireland. Now this has to be popular this time
Okay,
of
it's
year.
not really from Ireland, but it just has a bell on it. It's green. They've just always called it bells of Ireland.
Look at that. Okay, and
See
it's
how
like
it looks like little bells?
oh yeah, it looks like little bells.
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. That's going to be beautiful. Now, how long will this last, John, once you get it all situated?
Well, you keep it. It depends on what our weather is around March. We never know how cold or hot, and it needs to stay not too hot.
Not too hot.
Yeah. Okay, and this is just little St. Patrick's Day junk. These little flags.
That you can, again, pick up for nothing. I mean, some of these
Yeah,
you can pick
you
up
just
for
stick
like
'em in.
50 cents, you know, and you just pop those in. Look at that. I love it.
You can even cut the big flags and put in here.
Oh, look at you. You just popped it right off, and you're going to put it right in the top. What a centerpiece. Oh, my goodness, John.
And then the Aaron Go Bra flag.
I absolutely love it. Okay, we want to take the time to thank the good folks, our great friends at Dunkin' Donuts, for allowing us to come in with our bridge cameras today, and also for being wonderful sponsors of our upcoming St. Patrick's Day parade coverage. And you can see the parade right here on WSAV Saturday morning beginning at 10 a.m. Make your plans now to tune in. Now, your hosts are News 3's Kim Gusby and Andrew Davis. And of course, I'm thrilled to be your on-the-street reporter along with Courtney Cole. If you can't get downtown to experience the parade in person, well, WSAV is proud to bring it to you. That's Saturday morning beginning at 10 a.m. right here on WSAV. And one final thing, before we wrap up our time here at Dunkin' Donuts, if you do come downtown for the parade, well, look for us. Head over to Lafayette Square to the WSAV broadcast site. That's where we'll be. Be on the lookout for the giant Dunkin' Donut. We'll snap your photo and post it on our social media sites. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and that's going to wrap it up for us. We want to thank you for watching and thank our good friends at Dunkin' Donuts for letting us bring our bridge cameras in today. Now remember, if you'd like more information on anything that you see on the bridge or you have a story idea for us, well, send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. You'll find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can also email us at any time. That's thebridge@wsav.com. And as always, keep your eyes open. Our bridge cameras are always out and about, and you never know when you might be joining us next on The Bridge. See you next time.